Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show.
It's the Charlie Bahama Show. Yeah.
Hey, it's your boy Charlie Bahama here, all the way in Dubai. A special show, all the way out here in Dubai.
Sir.
Oh, thank you, Lawrence.
It's Jason from Bahamas Local.
Thank you, Lawrence. So we are here all the way in Dubai, and I have my Dubaian tea, I guess. I don't know how they call it here, but it's gorgeous tea out here in the desert. So this is just the beginning of an adventure, a special Charlie Bahama show here. We're gonna be at the Expo, so we're gonna see the Bahamas in action here on Bahamas Day. Also, we're tagging along with some University of Bahamas students, so we're gonna see what they're up to, as well as seeing Dubai. All right, so come on back, Charlie Bahama show, all the way from Dubai. The Charlie Bahama Show will be right back. Keep up with all things Charlie Bahama by following Charlie Bahama on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Get behind-the-scenes access to Bahamian and international celebrities, along with travel info, tips, photography, and video. Like, share, and follow Charlie Bahama on all social media platforms. And subscribe to our Charlie Bahama YouTube page to catch up on all past episodes and bonus clips. You can also go to charliebahama.com anytime. We always keep the lights on. The Charlie Bahama Show. All that same flair with a little less hair.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show, and we are here in Dubai, and we are here with Donna. And Donna, I was so surprised on this trip. I mean, it's so beautiful here and everything, but I was so surprised to see University of Bahamas students here. So
Right.
tell me, why are University of Bahamas students here?
Okay, so my name is Donna Williams. I'm an associate professor at the University of the Bahamas in the Culinary Hospitality Management Institute. And we joined with the Bahamas Pavilion organizers 6 years ago in the development of the Bahamas Pavilion. And I was a part of the initial group of lecturers selected to work along with the Bahamas group. And when I visited previously, I said this is a wonderful opportunity to expose our students to a wonderful city and also all of the innovation and technology that will be a part of the Expo. And so here we are.
Yeah, now this is great because the technology side is a big thing for you guys as well, right?
Yes.
And what about that excites you?
Well, technology, because they have the latest here, latest in architecture technology, in engineering, especially solar, thermal energy, and also wind energy. And to that end, we organized a trip down to Masdar, which is a totally renewable city. And we actually have been able to engage the Masdar University to have a virtual tour.
Wow.
I mean, a virtual meeting with us on our return.
Yeah, we did a tour, but
Yes.
now they're going to do a virtual meeting as well. And I remember, we're going to have some footage. And as you can see here, I mean, I know you've noticed this too.
Yes.
There's a lot of energy in this city.
Yes.
A lot of development. I mean, construction everywhere. And I've been posting too, if you've been watching on my social media, 24/7 construction. I mean, like,
Right.
12 at night and, they constructing.
Considering that on our tour, they told us that the first skyscraper was built in 1971. Can you believe it? Only 50 years, and they have developed this infrastructure, and they are so forward thinking. And I wanted our students to have this opportunity to see how development can occur. If we sit together and we collaborate. And no better place to do it at an expo where collaboration is the key factor.
Yeah, and talk about construction right behind us. You can see way in the background is the Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest building in the world. And they said they have the tallest, the second tallest, I think the third tallest and the fifth tallest. So They ain't messing around over here.
No, they believe in going big. Yesterday we visited the Dubai Frame,
Yeah.
which is the most expensive building in the world. It is actually plated with gold. And so they're looking for different kinds of structures to put it within their landscape
Yeah.
to help to diversify their tourism product. And I think this also gives our students ideas that, hey, we can put up some different kinds of structures and people will engage visiting just to see those structures.
Yeah.
So imagine millions just come to see the Burj Khalifa.
Wow.
And the Dubai Frame. And so these are some of the things that the hospitality students, the architecture students, and the engineering students that are on this trip can not only think about, but actually see. It's nothing like being immersed within an environment.
Yeah. Well, listen, thank you for bringing the students here and, University of Bahamas, for having that vision to come over here for the Expo. So, good seeing you. We're going out 8. After this, we're going on
A
in the
safari
desert,
ride
in
to
the desert.
see another tourism product.
Yeah,
Yes.
so watch more Charlie Bahama right after this. The Charlie Bahama Show will be right back. Hey, welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show, and we are out here in the desert, and we are here with Adnan, who's been taking us all throughout Dubai and Abu Dhabi as
Exactly,
well,
the main capital state.
the main capital. And now, first of all, before we start, because they helped me with this, what is this?
It's a gatra, we call it gatra. Usually the man, they cover it up in the hand during in the desert. So it's just going to helpful when there's a sandstorm, so they cover their body and all, like even the face, especially to cover the eyes too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can hear noise in the background because we have a whole bunch of us out here in the desert. We took all the cars and look, there they go, trying to show off. Anyway, we're going to be doing that as well. But first of all, tell our viewers out there a little bit about Dubai and the United Arab Emirates.
Okay, United Arab Emirates, the country where we are. And currently we are in Dubai, the second largest state of the United Arab Emirates. And the capital is Abu Dhabi. So among the 7 states, the main 2 largest is Abu Dhabi and Dubai. And currently we all are having a team right here in the desert. It's called Lahbab, the area where usually the Buddhist people, they are having like the camel breeding and the raising source of weight. Or just by behind, you can see some of the old houses over there. Those are the people down to it. They have the camel farms as well. And still the people, the old people, like with the old sand fashion, they love to keep the camels and want to live their life in the desert area. So this Lahbab is 70 kilometers away on the south of Dubai city, where it's a borderline between the Dubai and Sharjah, the 3rd largest state of the United Arab Emirates.
Right, now tell me, there are 7 states?
Yeah, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Sharjah, Ajman, Al Quwain, Ras Al Khaimah, and Fujairah. The 7 last state.
Okay, very
Yeah.
good.
For
Now,
each and every state, we have the individual king. We call them Sheikh.
right,
So you look like a Sheikh too. There is the Sheikh Charlie we are with us.
very
Yeah.
good. Now, you were telling, there's so many interesting facts. We're going to go on an adventure. Adnan is going to take us on an adventure throughout. We go to Abu Dhabi. And now, the temple we went to at Abu Dhabi.
Well, in Abu Dhabi, there is a big, largest worship key area in Abu Dhabi, Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque. And the later we had the Corniche view, the Etihad Tower, one of the largest luxurious hotel, Emirates Palace, Presidential Palace. Those were the area, Date Market, and the amusement park area that was called to be Ferrari World. The Ferrari World in Yas Island, one of the amazing and a very good experience place. And then we moved to Dubai. In Dubai, we had like the Presidential Palace, the Abra boat rides, Golden Spice traditional market,
Yep.
and the Frame. Later, when the Jumeirah Beach and the 7-star hotel Burj Al Arab. Burj means tower. So it's an Arab tower which was built in 1999. And later, you visited the Atlantis. Yeah, Atlantis, the Palm Island, the
Right.
3rd largest Palm Island.
because this is
United Arab
Atlantis.
Emirates.
This is Atlantis number 2.
Atlantis number 2.
Right, 'cause the
exactly.
number one
You
is
were
where?
correct. Yeah, Bahama.
Right,
The credit goes to you. Yeah, exactly.
now
Now,
the-
we are in today's desert. We got an ATV bike rides, and then the nice experience of the dune bashing. All the group enjoyed a lot. And now we are moving to the desert camp, where we have the camels waiting for us.
Yeah.
The camels, old Ferrari. Yeah,
All right.
seems to be an old Ferrari. And then later now we will go to have a camel ride, the belly dance, and the barbecue dinner, And we have like Tanura traditional dance, and the final will be fire show. You will love it to see the fire show in the Dune area.
They're gonna love it
So
too.
stay with us, and you will have much more to explore. And we are on the way now to drive 20-25 minutes more to the desert camp area.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Charlie Bahama Show, come on with us, okay, on adventure in Dubai.
Dubai.
The Charlie Bahama Show will be right back. Hey, welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show, and we are here in Dubai, and I feel like I'm home. I am in the Bahamas Pavilion with the beautiful Janet Johnson, and Janet, it is so amazing to be here and see you in Dubai.
Yeah, it's amazing to see all the Bahamians that have come. We are very, very delighted. The Junkanoo has just done showtime outside the Bahamas Pavilion, and I trust that they'll be invited back by, the Emirates, because they really captured the imagination of the crowd and the excitement, and people were rushing out from every crevice that's here to see what this amazing noise or sound was all about.
Yeah, I could tell you because I saw them at the beginning, and they start. When them drums go boom, 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 boom. And people were coming like, "What's going on?" I know you were here because you've been doing all the hard work. We've been having fun going all around. You've been doing the hard work for. Now you said you'd started 5 years ago.
Yeah, we started about 5 years ago. I was assigned to this project in 2016, so you could imagine Dubai was 4 years out, and who stays with a project that long? And we were an all-volunteer force, but we all stayed together, and we had some incredible leadership under Ambassador Tony Jody and Mike Diggers, and so we've all been involved. It's fantastic to see it come to fruition, and the energy and excitement that the Bahamian cultural community has brought to Dubai.
I know. I mean, it's amazing. It's so many different people. I'm so happy to see from all walks of Bahamian life and cultural, spectrum. But man, I tell you, down there, it was like Bay Street. I thought I was on Bay Street. I was just looking for the bleachers right at Parliament.
It was a bigger Bay Street because we had a wider street, but we still had the buildings, and so the sound was reverberating off the buildings, which was very, very nice, and people were really feeling the spirit of Junkanoo.
For sure. But the only thing is security a little tighter here, because on Bay Street, people would be right on there, and the security, they get right by security. Bahamians couldn't get on. Hey, they kept them right off of Bay Street here, boy, let me tell you.
Yeah, but it was all good, and we feel really good. And when they said, who are we? And everybody shouted, Bahamas. It you couldn't beat that.
Yeah.
It was well worth it.
So you've been here 5 years. So you bought a piece of land over here yet? Because I've been looking around here. Let me tell you something. 24 hours a day they're building. Outside my hotel, 24 hours they're building. So
I came as part of a fact-finding mission, tourism fact-finding mission back in 2010. And at that time, they had 75% of the world's cranes were here in Dubai, building Dubai. And since then, they've built 3 major cities, and Expo City is the third, which will become a smart city when we move out at the end of March. But this is amazing. This is the Jetsons. It's so futuristic. And it makes New York look kind of shabby.
Oh yeah, it makes New York. And hey, what about in Nassau when you got a pothole in the road and they'll be there for like 2 or 3 years? If we get these people here, they'll have our roads paved in like the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. And here they're adhering to all the protocols, obviously, for COVID-19, and you're being tested every 2 days. And getting the results back very quickly.
Very quickly.
And they're PCR tests. They're not antigen tests.
And you need to walk around. You need to walk around with your vaccination card. Let me tell you, everywhere you go.
Yeah. This is a very heightened
Right.
protocol area, and they do it right.
Yeah, and that's why we feel safer, me and Janet, because we've been tested, vaccinated. I mean, we have our masks all the time, but just for the interview, so we won't sound muffled. But we've been so, COVID eyes and everything. So anyway, but Janet, thank you so much
My
for
pleasure.
for being here. I know you've been here like on and off for 5 years. You ready to go home?
Well, I like it here. It's almost like a second home to us.
Oh, Janet ain't coming home. Janet ain't coming home. More Charlie Bahama from Dubai right after this. The Charlie Bahama Show will be right back. Hey, welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show. I am your boy, Charlie Bahama. And as you can see, we had a lot of adventure here in the beautiful Dubai and Abu Dhabi as well. And it's a beautiful city, and this is right across from where we are staying. But I know there's a lot that went on over the Expo, Dubai Expo, Bahamas Day, and a lot of criticisms, etc. I have some. I'm not going to get too much into it because I don't know so much of the backstory. I know this has been going on for a lot of years, so I don't know how much money they had. I don't know if there was changes, people dropped out, people said no. I don't know. I can just tell you that all of the performers were good performers. They did what they do great, okay? Especially even the person that people were making a lot of noise about. I'm not going to get into everybody's name, but people making a lot of noise about her. Well, she's funny, a good performer, but maybe not for this venue. Okay? And maybe some of the other ones were not good for this venue. Okay? So I will tell you who should have been here. Definitely the Bahamas National Youth Choir. I have a lot of history with them, and I know how amazing they are. Now, I don't know the backstory. Maybe they said they couldn't make it. I don't know. Maybe money, because they are a huge group. So they exchanged it for a smaller group. Somebody else, the Bahamen, should have been here. Because the Bahamen, that song where you love it or hate it, Who Let the Dogs Out, is a song that everybody in the world knows, Who Let the Dogs Out. And I can guarantee you they would all have been to that center concert site to watch Who Let the Dogs Out. And then they would put two and two together and say, a Bahamian group, because a lot of people don't know it's a Bahamian group, okay? So that's strategic. That's what you have to do strategically, okay? Also, the swimming pigs. I went to the pavilion and I didn't see swimming pigs. Listen, Bahamians, we don't care about the swimming pigs, but the world loves these swimming pigs. And I know this from the film I did, When Pigs Swim, and also Pigs of Paradise. And wherever we went, people knew the swimming pigs, okay? So that's strategic for this world stage. Now, everybody else, we needed Rake and Scrape. We needed everybody else. I think it would have been good to have somebody with storytelling and this type of thing as well, because you want to mesh everything. So you pull them in with Who Let the Dogs Out, and then you show them everything else we have. It's strategic. The pavilion. I don't know how much money they had. I don't know much time. It says that they had a lot of time. I was not impressed with the pavilion. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. I know what could have been done to make it better. The swimming pigs. a market. Can you imagine if they built a little mini straw market in there and actually sold straw goods and had somebody from the straw market there sewing and making authentic straw, okay? Not stuff from China or Japan, but making authentic straw, a wood carver maybe, you know, all of this stuff would have made it amazing. And selling, I would have had a little, you know, on the side of the streets in Nassau and the out islands, they got the little fruit stand. I would have had a fruit stand in there selling all these Bahamian products we have. There's a lot of Bahamians making authentic Bahamian products, from jams to hot sauces to teas to coffees, etc. You know, rum cakes, all that. I would have sold that there, okay? You could sell stuff. Well, I think you could. So maybe that's another thing, I don't know. Maybe they wouldn't allow it. But if they did, you could sell products there, or at least have it there so people could see what it is. And hey, say you can go online and buy this from so and so and so and so. So that's what I would have had in the pavilion, a little more things. And it's very tough for me because I know who was a part of it, and they are very talented. So maybe there was something I don't know in terms of time, money, etc. And I think one of the biggest things, and this may be the biggest problem, politicization. We make it political. Everything in the Bahamas is political. Every ministry is political. It's who you know, who's in power, you get. We need to stop that. If we want excellence, stop politicization. So I hear the PLP started this, then the F&M came in, so it probably changed, everything changed up, people changed, this changed, and then the PLP got back in, and now you got to change it back. And that stops progress, got to go back, okay? Stop politicization, okay? Stop it. Culture should be nothing to do with politics. It's just culture. And in fact, on that note, as your de facto Minister of Culture, we need to just have culture as a separate ministry. For goodness sakes, a separate ministry. Can you imagine if culture was separate? They could have just concentrated on the culture aspect of this expo, because it was an amazing expo. I mean, I walked around and I saw all these cool other pavilions, and I was like, wow, okay? So I can't say anything negative because everybody did a good job, but with the pavilion, it wasn't mind-blowing. But maybe money played a part, okay? All the acts were amazing. Everybody was fun and just amazing. Everyone, even the ones y'all complaining about, she was funny, okay? Not for this venue, but funny. So they're all talented. So I was proud about that. And of course, Junkanoo. You can't go wrong with Junkanoo, okay? It's hard to mess up Junkanoo. You know, well, I guess it ain't that hard, but all our Junkanoo groups are good, okay? So anyone you choose, it would have been good over here. So I got to thank Escape Pro for bringing us over here in Bahamas Local, because without them, I couldn't get over here. And just so y'all all know, the government ain't pay any of my way at all, okay? So nothing from the Bahamian Treasury came on my trip over here. So y'all be happy to know about that, okay? All I'm doing is coming over here, thanks to Escape Pro Travel and Bahamas Local, and showing you what was happening over here. And not only the Bahamas Expo and the Bahamas Pavilion, but also Dubai. So I hope you enjoyed all the little bits we showed out and about, because Dubai is a wonderful city. There's a lot I'm seeing. You know, it seems like they were smart. They were lucky. Oil turned, you know, the Emirates around, the United Arab Emirates, turned it around, but they were smart. They invested. I mean, and as you saw in this piece, they're investing in the future, okay? Not, you know, depending on oil anymore. They're into renewables and saving the planet, etc. So that's what we need to do in Bahamas, invest in the future, okay? That's where we got to go. Because if the sun and the, you know, the beauty goes away by some hurricane or some whatever, we need other things. Freeport should be marine center of the world. It should be a medical center of the world. We should be making that a medical center. I mean, we need to make Freeport, because it's got a lot of land, it's got good infrastructure, make that something other than just tourism, okay? The future, invest in the future, okay? So come on back, more Charlie Bahama right after this. If you want more Charlie Bahama, go to any of our social media pages or subscribe to the Charlie Bahama YouTube page. Well, thanks for watching a fantastic episode of the Charlie Bahama Show from Dubai, this special show. And I want to thank Escape Pro Travel for arranging all of this, and also Bahamas Local, because without Bahamas Local, we could not have done this show. All right, so hey, listen, you want to find anything in the Bahamas, you remember, Bahamas Local, couldn't tell you everything. In fact, maybe now Dubai, because you know, they helped us in Dubai as well. So I want to thank those two, and of course, University of Bahamas students. I'm so happy they came on this trip, and you know, they learned a lot, and they're good sports. So this was like a travel log for us all. All right, so listen, if you want to follow Charlie Bahama, as I say, travel with, because we don't have followers, we have travelers. So just click that, you know, follow button, because that's how they spell travel on Instagram. So click that and subscribe to the Charlie Bahama YouTube page, so you can see a lot more of the behind the scenes of what happened on this trip, and a lot more, because we're going to be doing a lot more, okay? Because the new season will begin soon. This was a special show just for you from Dubai, okay? And also Bahamas Day at the Expo. I'm so proud of the Bahamians and all the performers, and there's a lot of, you know, things happening, but follow me on my social media, because I'm gonna have commentary, more in-depth commentary. This show is all positive because the Bahamas kick some butt at the Expo, okay? So that's the one thing we gotta do with this takeaway, all right? So come along for the ride next time on the Charlie Bahama Show, right here from Dubai.
Charlie Bahama Show. 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 Charlie Bahama Show.